All right.
When you see this, will you share it out though? Because it's the Acma Valley.
Did you share it?
I did.
Okay, yeah.
Super hot rod. Yep. All right. I tried it.
So that, you know, magically what happens is if you spay and neuter your animals, you don't have oops litters.
Yeah. Coach got to move, but I can't.
You want to see what I'm going through right now? Go ahead. Yes. I am part of your effort using not on the homemade for that part yet. We're too high at the moment. Sorry, buddy. I didn't realize I broke just a minute ago. So keep that. When you turn the hose down, you can run it. Okay?
What the fuck was that?
You're on. All right, you get off the track. Unplug it. No, you got to move too. Come back to that.
What the how the hell did you get all twisted?
My brother said, yeah, we had it.
Okay, hold on, everybody. We're gonna get this all situated.
Oh.
All right, I think we're finally set up, everybody. Got 6 people on. I hope everybody's doing well today. This is race 6 of the Central Washington Championship Series. We're going to have a good-sized crowd today. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 8 today. So it'll be 4 on, 4 off. A big day for racing. Today is BSRT G3s and the unlimited T-Jets. We have unlimited T-Jet practice going on right now. And then we will start racing at noon. So we'll get back on and we'll start commentating here when that happens. All right, guys. We're sorry about the stream there for a second. We're at the phone. I'm having trouble with connections for some reason. They keep coming in and out, so we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll make sure that we keep an eye on it so we can stay connected. We got a BSRT G3 practice going on right now, and hopefully we will start racing here momentarily.
It's not the car's fault.
All right, folks, welcome back to the stream. We had some connection issues there, but we got it fixed up. We should hopefully be good to go for the rest of the race. We are getting started for the first race of the day, unlimited T-Jets at 20 volts. We have a good amount of guys here today. It's going to be a good race to watch for you and for me and participate in. So we're going to get going here. We have corner work is in place. Drivers ready to go. The lights are going to come and we're going to be off. This is going to be a heavy hitter race day. We have Richard Phyllis here all the way from California. He runs the fray. We have a new driver here on the end of the table. He's in yellow lane, red car. And we have Jim Mitchell here again today. You guys are very well acquainted with him. We have a no start. No.
You plugged in okay?
All right. And he's off. All right. Rough start to the start of the race here. But we're off. Let's see if Mo can recover from that. Stan leads the race in red. Phyllis follows up behind. Looks like he might be having some trouble. But Stan's at 4. Richard at 4. Richard's having trouble with car grip. We've had trouble with that before. Track will get cleaner as the race goes on. Oh, we have a crash. Mo coming out of the last corner. Ooh, Richard's up, going into the hairpin. Mo getting squirrely coming out of the third to last. We're all spread out here. Stan still leads, but Richard's looking to catch him. Stan's got about a half track on Richard at the moment. Oh, Troy's off. Coming around the hairpin. He's back on. So is Mouth as he got taken up by that crash. Well, track's dirty and squirrely. It's hard for some people to get some grip, especially Troy on those slip-on tires. Everyone else on this track looks like they're running silicone over foams. So Troy ought to be having some trouble with that. It's a bit of a slow start to the race, having trouble with grip, especially those gutter lanes. Stan seems to be having some trouble. He's managing it, but it's not fun, clearly. Richard's still not catching him. Stan still has 2 laps on him. Stan is going to win this first heat with a demanding lead out front with 50 seconds still left to go.
1 minute.
Richard Phyllis is pushing to catch up. It looks like he cleaned his tires and he's had some good grip since, but track probably should have gotten wiped down before the start of the race. Mo getting into a good rhythm here. Only 2 down in the end. Stan at 20 laps with 17 to go. I estimate about 23 laps if he keeps it in and good. He's in the gutter lane, but he seems to be managing those dirty tires very well, keeping Phyllis well behind him. Phyllis has gained a lot of ground, but he's not going to make it happen here. He's going to be about a lap down.
What's your buddy's name? What's your buddy's name?
All right, that is the end of the race. Jim's coming on, Mo's coming off. Jim coming back on. As the guys were just talking about there, we race a little unorthodoxly compared to some other groups. We start from the start and finish line at the end of every heat. A lot of other groups start from where they finished, aside from the guy coming on the track for the first time. We rely on the system to run to keep track of who finished where and the winner. We've always run like this. Some people don't agree, but those who want to race with us still come and race. We appreciate it. Drivers getting ready. Track should be a little cleaner than it was.
The track is fast too. It's nice.
Yeah, all this. Here we go. Corner workers.
We're getting started. Corner workers are getting in there. And they're off. Good start this time. Nobody had a no start. Oh, and we got a crash down in the first hairpin. Looks like Richard got caught up.
No, you just popped out the lane.
Stan in another demanding lead over this race, with Jim followed closely behind. Track appears to be staying relatively grippy at this point. Oh, Richard having trouble with the hairpin going in. New people on the corner working table today having some trouble, but he'll get better at it. Oh, Troy's off, coming around to the start and finish. Takes out Stan. Jim gets around. Can he get back? A heated battle for first place in this heat between Jim and Stan. The light blue car and the orange car. Jim comes off, coming into the hairpin, coming up the hill, and Stan gets around him. Can Jim come back and get him? We'll have to see. We're spread out now. Troy is fighting Phyllis here for third place. Oh, and Troy lets Richard around. Troy down to fourth place in this heat. Your current race lead goes Stan, Jim, Troy, Richard. Troy got back past Richard now. He's fighting Stan to get a late lap back, and he's not going to keep it. Those slip-on tires are having trouble. I assume I'm going to have the same trouble as well as Shaden with those slip-on tires, because they handle these cars when they're clean, but when they're not, they get super squirrely, especially against everybody else running silicone over foams that have the ability to fight off the dirt and still have grip. These slip-on tires don't, so it makes it a dirt track later on. You might have to take a mid-heat pit stop to clean off the tires and get going. I've done it multiple times, and you do gain some time. It is worth it. Some other people don't feel that, though. But Troy's making it work with dirty tires, dirt tracking it around that gutter lane. He's keeping a decent pace. He's still third over Phyllis. End of that heat. Stan still in the lead of the race overall. I'm going to hand the mic off to Troy to commentate on the next few heats as I go on.
All right. Mic change. Elijah will be in yellow. Elijah be in red, excuse me. Jim will be in white. Stan moves to blue. And Mr. Phyllis will be down in yellow for heat 3 of the Unlimited T-Jets.
Really not.
We got 9 people today. It's nice to be back up into the 9s with people here today.
It's nice to be back above the 5.
Yeah. So, get going here.
Now the slow boy, if Mouth gets some of the guys that are interested in coming too,
Yeah.
then we can have a regular big group again.
Yeah. So it's gonna be nice.
We'll have people to teach our skills to.
Yeah. Teach and show them how to build and all that good stuff. So, waiting on Phyllis here, and we'll get this heat going. All right. Get ready to rock and roll. We're going to get this heat underway.
Yeah.
Corner worker 8 down 10.
Oh, I might as well bring your drink down there and stay there.
Oh, he's got it. Mouth's got it.
Okay.
Yeah, we got enough people.
Mouth's got it.
To stay off the end. So
Yeah, hey, get right here, Aiden, and so I can.
You don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
You can focus on the commentary.
All right.
That's
Here.
another reason why it's nice having us.
Yeah, that's true. We could have a dedicated commentator. Yeah. All right, here we go. Started heat 3.
Let's see if I can keep this car.
Yeah, Elijah's got a fast car. He's just still trying to learn how to get it going. Phyllis is the overall leader right now at 51. Or no, Stan is at 51. Richard's at 45. Jim is at 26, and Elijah is just coming on. So he's way back, but he'll make that all up here. Everybody else has been on for a few heats, for at least 2 heats. So looks like Stan currently leads the heat at 5, followed by Richard, Jim, and then Elijah is at 4. So they're all fairly close to being on the same lap. Elijah's a little behind, but not bad. Quick time right now is a 6:11. Fastest in blue. Oh, let Elijah off there for a second. But they're running since Jim and Phyllis right together here in blue and yellow. And that is for the race lead. No, that's second and third right there. Stands out front. There you go. Oh, Elijah off. Looks like Phyllis off. Nice corner working, guys. Elijah looks like his tires are getting a little dirty. Looks like he's going to clean them. All it takes is one swipe.
You gotta always remember, man, it's not your fault. They're the ones that wreck.
Yep.
Right. If there's 2 cars in front of you, focus on the one in your
Yep, and then worry about hopefully somebody can catch the other one.
Don't feel bad.
So Stan's still out front with 19, followed by Richard at 17, Jim at 17, and Elijah one back at 16, coming to 17.
Oh, can you reach it, man?
There you go.
Well, you gotta come off earlier than that. I like it anyway, Joe.
Oh, dang.
Oh, Ryder. There we go.
Okay, everybody get all that back, Sylvie. Tell that you were out of
Coming down the end here with 15 seconds. Elijah's not that far off. Looks like he's going to have 22. Stan at 26, Richard at 24, Jim at 25. Elijah got another one, so 23.
Hey, I'm on par.
Yeah, you're right there. You're right there. All right, so Shaden will be in red. He's got a pretty good car. His car was running pretty good in practice, so we'll have to see where he can come in.
Isn't it cool? It's always cool when they get bunched up like that.
and then trying to run in the back and not get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Elijah will move down to white. Jim will move to blue. And then Stan will be in yellow for this heat. This is heat 4. 4 of 9. Aiden will be on. Aiden is the man on deck.
I need some of those black dragons. Because it's super fast with the killer bees, but it doesn't
Yeah.
have downforce.
You need more.
In his hat.
Yeah.
Hey, why are you going in front of it? It'd be as competitive if I had the downforce that you two have.
You need to order some.
I have half of what you and Shaden have.
Yeah, you need to order some black dragons. You need to order some the other ones that I have. Just so you got 2 sets, you can have experiment a little bit.
Maybe a little less downforce.
Yeah, depending on what track you're on.
All right,
All right, here we go. Heat 4.
You got it? Okay. Good job.
Oh, hold on.
Wait. Slide around there.
There we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, you guys are
Yeah, ready.
All right, start at heat 4. And they're off. Oh, it just spun it, didn't it? Got too hot. Dang it. Elijah. Oh. So,
What?
that was, what's your, yeah. Well, it's in. That was weird. So did I. No, hold on.
Wait, I don't.
Yeah, it is gone. Well, so Elijah spins a gear. Shaden just broke a pin. You're gonna have to. I've got pins.
It's easily fixed. Just try and fix it before the end of the fucking week. You just pop them out of the pocket. You don't even know through.
Yeah. Gonna have to cut it.
It's a 250. Oh, you don't have to bring it up?
All right. So Stan out front in yellow with 9. Jim or with 11. Jim in second with 10. Elijah is in third with 5. He had to change cars. The gear on that car spun. That car's getting too hot. The thermometer's getting too hot, and it's spinning the TFA.
Air was keeping it cool.
In other words, you don't have a windshield.
No, he did.
In other words,
Oh, Jim trying to get by Elijah there. Little tire hitting there.
you heard about you just drive around and heat it all.
Yeah. You getting it, Shaden?
Man, when you're done, you can control it plug in.
All right. So Stan's still out front. We got 40 seconds. Swap the body over when you get done with this one.
No, because I'm fucking stupid.
He wasn't thinking about it. Did you get it? Did you get cut?
Yeah.
Yeah, plug back in. You got 10 seconds. You should have left
Get
your
one left.
5. Come on, get it.
Come on, get it. Hey!
Yeah, don't worry about the brake cord. Don't worry about the brake cord right now.
That really sucks.
Oh, man.
Dang it.
All right. All right. So Elijah's going to be probably changing cars. You should have left your controller plugged in, bud. Not what?
When it snapped in.
I know they're kind of hard sometimes.
That's a way to hurt yourself.
You get it though?
And then a lot of times you can break them.
No, you break the little tab that the tab on the foot.
It.
But that one?
Yeah,
It in?
but it didn't break. So
Okay, yeah.
it snapped in.
Yeah, as long as it stays in, you should be fine.
Now where's the pin?
I don't know.
Because I just
It had to have been. What were you in? You were in yellow. Or were you in red?
It was in red.
It had to have been right in here. I was amazed that you got that many laps without the pin in it.
I know.
I don't know how it was.
Corner.
I don't know how it was staying connected.
It's got that strong.
Oh, jeez. He's done that before.
No, I know. Oh, okay.
All right, so we might be waiting on Elijah here. He's probably switching bodies over to his stock TFX car.
Hey, remember how quick that car is, so don't crash.
I realized I could have given this car to Benjamin too.
Yeah, he could have ran that one.
It's okay though. He's got the freight car that actually runs here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, no one's taking this corner. I'm taking all out.
They make a metal.
Wonder why they invited me to come in.
Well, you could put a T-Jet gear on it.
It's too big in diameter. I tried it.
Are they?
Yeah, it's way too big in diameter.
That's probably because they do make different size. They make different tooth.
Well, it's the diameter.
Yeah.
The idler here. It's too big.
Well, Stan put one on, so I might ask Stan where he got that metal gear.
Okay. You ready?
All right, what do you got going here? Heat 5. You're on deck, Ben.
I did halfway decent in red lane. I was excited to run right in that car. And it blows the freaking. Oh well, it is what it is. I might do.
Nope, you're good. All right, we're off with Heat 5. So we got Aiden in red, Shaden in white, Elijah is down in blue, and Jim is down in yellow.
Remember, Aiden, Jim said you're not allowed to pass. I can see that, Aiden.
So Jim out in front in yellow with 5, Elijah's in second with 4. Him and actually, okay, that's weird. It says Shaden. That is weird. All right, so actually Shaden is in second on the same lap as Jim. Then Elijah and then Aiden. They're both on the same lap. The colors aren't changing like they usually do on here. So Jim in yellow is first. Shaden in white is actually second. Aiden in red is third, and then Elijah is in fourth one. And him and Aiden are on the same lap. Now it looks like Shaden and Jim are right together. That gives Shaden the lead. That's your lead right there.
Give it out, give it out away.
I got it. Fast lap for Shaden there. A 6.757 in white. Doesn't want to go around that corner.
Oh, let's go. 1 minute.
That was Jim, so.
Go, kid.
No, Jim got it. Phyllis got it.
I thought you cracked like beer.
He's on a crash course.
So Shaden out in front in this heat with 20. Jim in second with 19. Elijah at 15, and Aiden actually is in third with 19.
Wow, that hit opened up my car. It needed to be smacked in the shape.
It needed to wake up. It's like, oh, I'm racing? Oh, all right.
Well, this car hasn't been raced hard since the organization.
That's probably why. It was cold. It's like,
I jumped up a little bit.
Oh, man, Richard.
Oh,
nice heat. Shaden with 26 with the win.
Kiddo, you just filled it there. His body.
We're going to have to see what that does for Shaden after that first heat. You're up, Ben. So Ben will be in red, Aiden will be in white, Shaden will be in blue, and Elijah will be down in yellow. And Mouth is next on.
Yeah. the end.
It was stuttering in red coming around the uphill corner here for some reason.
Yeah, when I was practicing, and I kind of noticed that I had to get in that corner pretty hard with that car.
Yeah.
I don't think I adjusted big enough.
Yeah, put a sticker. Put it right there on the nose. So that way they know which.
Yeah,
Aerodynamics.
Speed and aromatics. Right, so what heat are we on? We on heat 6, I believe.
Helps with these cars.
Yeah. Elijah.
3, 2,
Oh, 1. Hold on, I'm coming.
All right, Jim's gonna run for you.
Yeah. Okay.
I plugged you in though. Backwards, but you're plugged in.
Yeah, backwards, but you're plugged in.
You'll be the first one to the turn.
Yep. The other way.
Yeah, ready. What the hell?
That was funny. That was funny. Oh.
Wait a minute.
We're going? Wait, nobody told me.
Sorry, Ben. Oh, shit. Holler at me, Ben. Tell me to start me. Get in the groove there.
Did you run it? Did you run it in red? Sometimes certain cars don't like certain lanes for some reason.
It'll get better.
Looks like we're going to have a fight here between Aiden and Shaden in this heat. Shaden out front. Your fight for the lead is in the middle 2 lanes in blue and white. That's Aiden and Shaden. It might have been a little cold. That might have been why it was.
Yeah, well, it's a freight car,
So Aiden and Shaden are at 11. Elijah is in third with 9, and Ben in red has 6. And this is his first time on the track. So for this race, turn around. There we go. We're halfway. Aiden and Shaden are still close together, but Shaden's got a little bit on him. Minute to go. Shaden and Aiden still on the same up. Shaden turning a 6.60 that one last lap, I mean. Still fairly close. Aiden's trying to reel him in. Shaden gets away from him a little bit on that front straightaway. Got it.
Oh, another pit stop.
Oh,
The pit, he team's at it.
Shaden gets and then Aiden gives it right back to him. Aiden had a shot there. Shaden came off and Aiden went around and then he came out. That was
Nice, brother.
He's killing it today. I want him on podium. I have no chance, not after my freaking motor gear went. So I might as well be a track leader for him.
2 seconds, one end of the heat. Shaden and Aiden on the same lap. Shaden wins it though.
He had his fight.
That was a good race, my guy.
All right. All right. So Mouth will be back in red. Shaden will be down in yellow. Ben moves to white, and Aiden will be in blue. I'm on deck, so I'll be back in, and we will hand the mic back over to Elijah, and he will comment for the next two heats. I've got red and white to run yet.
Nope, you'll start back.
Now we started to start finish.
Make sure you got road stickers on it. Make sure your tires are clean. My first time here, having a great time. Everybody's
Cool. Everybody getting ready for this heat, getting their tires clean, make sure they've got dots on their tires. Basically, that's you put in between heats. You clean your tires, make sure they're all nice and clean and ready to go, and make sure you've got the stickers so everybody, corner workers, all know what lane you're in. Yep, you're white. There you go. And then we'll rock and roll with heat. This has got to be heat 6? No. Yes, heat 6. Then we have 7, 8. Or no, heat 7. Then we have 8, 9. What are you doing?
Oh.
Oh.
His trigger's a little more stiff.
Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah, he's done for this class, so.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah. That doesn't matter. They work with. Yeah. All right, here we go. Start of the heat. Shade out front in yellow. Aiden in second. So your race in this heat will probably be in yellow and blue. Yeah, Elijah's got pit stops on offer down in turn 1. Oh. Somebody's setting fast.
What?
Got it.
Well, now, big boy, you got it. You're good.
Lost my train of thought there for a second. Shade down in the 6.9, 6.93.
That's what you need to do. Like that. I got it.
Oh, come on, get in the groove. Like you're having trouble getting the car in down there.
That is not an example of how that works.
Trying to see. So there's Shaden. There's Aiden. So Shaden's got probably a little more than a straight on Aiden. They're both at 12. Ooh, Shaden down into the 6.7. Careful, Shaden. You're getting a little squirrely.
You were holding a good pace for a good few laps there, Benjamin. Keep it up.
1 minute left.
Minute to go. Shaden's still out front. Got a lap on Aiden now. Aiden's at 18, Aiden at 17. Ben is at 11 and Mount at 5 for this heat. Shaden has a total of 75 right now. Aiden's 67.
I like it. I just want to make sure no one asks you for Race is the easy part. 30 seconds. Race is the easy part.
You never want to do a good job turn marshal.
20 seconds to go. Shaden's still out front. Ben having a little trouble down here coming in the uphill corner here. He's getting in a little hot. Needs to back it off just a little bit. There he goes. Now he got it that time.
You gotta keep it in and you gotta get up. No! Alright.
You got that lap. There you go.
You gotta keep it in.
So 4, 2, 1, end of the heat. Shaden with 26. That's a total of 90. I missed it. Dang it. All right. So I'm on. So I'm going to hand over to Elijah, and Elijah will comment this next 2 heats.
Plastic parts still bad?
I know the plastic pen on the TFX broke.
Use plastic pan and the plastic
Participate
gear.
more, and if you get more and more serious about it, they'll start going.
You're on deck, Phyllis.
Oh, I might. I'll let you in. How's that?
Okay, I want to race.
All right.
I thought I was following.
Howdy, folks. I'm back. We're getting these cars lined up. A couple of guys learning how to race these cars. You've seen pit stops, both by drivers and by corner marshals. We got Troy coming in on red, I believe, for all 4 of his. No.
I got it
All right, so we're on the last 2 heats. Troy's coming in for his second 2 lanes. So we got Troy in red, Mouth in white, Benjamin in blue, and Aiden in yellow. Benjamin is one of our newest, and he is the youngest driver on the track today, getting used to slot car racing. He is brand new to slot car racing entirely. Given that, he is doing a really good job finding a good pace with a slower car. That anxiety of trying to keep up can get to you sometimes, though, so here we go. Lights are out and they're off. Oh, Troy crashes all the way up into the hairpin. You're backwards. Troy plugs in backwards, gives him a problem. Oh, Benjamin takes out his rival Mouth, going around the end corner. He gets on first, continues going. He's having a good pace here. Let's see where he finishes at the end of this.
Good job, kiddo. Keep that up.
We got fast laps running here. Troy's looking fast. Looking to get some laps back here.
How did your controller not blow a fuse to plug in the battery?
I don't have it.
Your controller hasn't got a fuse to.
Not this one.
Oh, really?
I just felt the hookup.
Yeah. Try the tractor blow up.
Or a brake resistor.
Good job.
Benjamin running a good pace here. He's on par with
I probably
Troy here and Mouth. So Benjamin is actually running second place in this heat right now. It's very good for him. He's only 2 laps down of Aiden, who is the leader. Out front in yellow, killing it. This is a big toss-up for the podium here. Shaden's done. He's hoping nobody else gets above 82, and it looks like Aiden did. So it looks like Shaden's been knocked off a podium. We'll have to see the podium at the end of this race here, but we're going strong.
Can't really see well either.
Troy's catching back up. He's around Ben. Troy goes around Ben at the end of the hairpin, and he's out around him and gone. Benjamin not letting it get the best of him, though, and keeping it on real well with that blue car in blue lane. Truly doing a very good job for being such a newbie to slot car racing. Troy gaining those laps back. He's only 3 laps down of Aiden at the moment, and he's catching him fast. Oh, Troy has a crash coming out of the downhill hairpin. He's back on and going. Mouth gets around him at 17. Mouth and Benjamin fighting for 3rd place right now. Mouth is working to gain the ground on Benjamin. Benjamin is currently 3rd. Mouth has been gaining some really good pace at the end of this year. He's getting used to it. Being thrown to the fish is the best way to learn sometimes. Benjamin is sure racing well underneath the pressure. And that is done. Aiden wins that heat. Aiden moves up to second place on the podium.
No, I still didn't see you there. Where was that?
Moving on to the last heat of the race for the Unlimited T-Jet on round 6 here. Troy moves into white, Mouth moves into blue, Benjamin moves into yellow, and
I don't know.
I believe Richard comes in on red. Yes, Richard comes in on red.
No, you're
I'm gonna put a pizza here.
John rarely used opening acts on his tour. He started in 1982, and he invited
Are you announcing pizza cutting?
Yes, I am.
There we go.
All right. Looks like we got 4 of 4 drivers lined up. 3 of 4 at the controllers. We're getting ready. Phyllis is going to run his final heat. Troy's running his final. Mouth is running his final. Ben's running his final. This is where they get themselves placed.
Okay. I like that.
Keep the wheels on the downside and the pin in the slot, Benjamin.
It's time for butter. It's time for Butterfinger.
Hey, Aiden, will you get right here
Put up the shut. Get ready. Here we go.
so I can watch here? Lights are coming.
Wait.
And they're out and they're off. Troy breaks out in the lead, strong in white. Oh, too much coming down the hill. Car comes off the racetrack. He gives it up to Richard and Mouth. He's got some work to make up now to get back up to first place here. He's got a strong enough car for it, and he's got a good lane to do it in. Benjamin looks like he's keeping a good pace right now. Spin's coming around the last corner, but this is his first time in yellow. So he's gotta learn it on the fly. Oh, Mouth comes off, coming through the S's. Troy's made it back up to second place, working at hunting down Phyllis. Phyllis has got about a half track on Troy right now. Phyllis is setting fast laps. It looks like Phyllis is gaining ground on Troy. Oh, and he's off at the last S coming around in the front straightaway. Phyllis is right behind him. Looks like Phyllis has a demanding lead over this heat.
Someone went through here.
Richard's looking to make that podium spot. Get it on. There you go. Stop right here. Oh, Jim's got it. All right, Jim gives Benjamin a pit stop, gives him a better edge on racing. Oh, has some trouble going through the S's. Learning on the fly while you're racing can be difficult. Right in front of you, Jim.
Well, Rick just got a lap.
Isn't there a delay on the count?
No, it counts everybody's lap. Oh, really? You get a free one.
Wow.
Give Benjamin another pit stop there. Try and get the dirt off the tires. Give him a better edge.
It's a very forgiving system as long as it's in your favor.
Yeah.
Right in front of you, Jim.
Only person can crash at one time. Sorry, Troy. I called. I didn't know this was sticker.
He's doing okay for learning on the fly. He's getting frustrated and it's ruining his race, but he'll figure it out. Richard's still out in a demanding lead of 3 laps at this point above second place. Troy is maintaining a solid second place over Mouth, but that is where he's going to finish. Looks like your podium is going to be Stan, Jim, and Richard Phyllis. Checkered as Stan finishes on podium on first. Stan, Aiden, Jim, Richard, Troy, Shaden, Elijah, Ben, and Mouth.
Good running.
Very good racing. I finished way down there in 7th, but such is life when you have a car failure. I am the picture man today. I got to take pictures for the YouTube channel and Facebook pages.
Other way. Here we go.
Cheyenne.
How about like that? Like, it's better.
Really?
There we go.
It's a 32.
So we are moving on to the BSRT G3s. We're turning the voltage down to 18 volts. And we will be running the fast cars now on the track. Benjamin will be the only one not running a G3 because we didn't have an extra. He's running an AFX Super G Plus, which is the basis of the BSRT G3. It's just not quite as fast, but he should be able to keep up relatively well. The rest of the lineup is running BSRT G3s, and everybody here, aside from Mouth and Richard Phillips, are very well acquainted with that car. I myself, as you regular watchers know, am the 2024 Hopac Amateur Champion. I moved up to pros this next year. Jim is a BSRT Pro Champion. He is very well acquainted with these cars, and everyone else has been running these cars very regularly.
And which one is it? Porsche? Yep. Yep, the Porsche. What? Oh, I know. It's impossible. I know. He does.
That's got some mag.
You turn your axle. I know.
There's so much mag.
I know. But you see how I have melted enough down that I know now how to run plastic gears without plastic gears.
All right, your track drivers are Aiden in red, Jim in white, Shaden in blue, and Mouth in yellow.
And it's on there.
Your newbies to the BSRT in this heat would be Mouth. He got a lot of practice time earlier in the day with it. We'll see how he's able to fare with the Wolves on track. I got pictures.
We gotta grab this one. It's caffeine free. It tastes good. Sorry. Ignore me.
It's All right, 3 of 4 cars lined up. We are waiting on Aiden in red lane. I have no idea where he's at, but he's got to grab his stuff. And we'll get started. Hope y'all don't mind the local banter. We're a close-knit group that love joking around and talking.
What are we waiting for? Aiden? Yeah, at least the Oregon Cup.
All right, looks like we're getting ready to start here. We got all of our drivers lined up, cars on track. This is going to be a fast heat, some heated racing here with a couple of drivers that are on track. Jim, Shaden, and Aiden all on the track, all heavy hitter racers here. Jim is not super. Are you backwards, Jim?
I don't think so. Right?
You might be backwards, sir.
No, he's not. He's not. He got it.
Hey, just commentate,
I
sir.
saw that.
Sorry.
That's probably
I'll stay out of it.
Yeah, you're just a couple.
White, red.
There we go. Bit of crashing going on. Shaden out in the lead of this one at 6. Aiden closely follows at 6, now at 7. Shaden crashing, giving up ground to Aiden. That's not going to work out well later on. It's pretty level at the moment, 9-9-7-7. Shaden, Aiden, Jim, Mouth. Jim is very well acquainted with these cars, but not this track going this fast. He seems to be struggling with that.
Oh! You're on the floor.
Oh no, I hate it when I get on the floor.
What's the voltage?
Too fucking fast.
Oh, Take it down to 18.
That's right there. 2 marks down from 20. Okay. All right. We're going to have to restart the race there. Voltage was set at 20, not 18, where we run these cars at.
That ain't bad. That's fast.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I fixed it. It's back down to 18. Okay. Yeah.
Take it to 12.
These cars are spec size, so all the tires are the same size, all this stuff. You get too much. This one looks so fast. Right?
We like a pass.
All right, we're back down to 18 volts.
That's all way faster.
I know. I'm gonna say shit. Why?
All right, we're going to take a take 2 at this. Back down to 18 volts where these cars were designed to race and what Hopac runs them at. This should make for some cleaner lacing. That's better. Jim already liking it more. You can tell in his race, and he's keeping it on there. Hot battle between Shaden and Jim right now. Those 2 cars out front, red and green. Oh, when they crash, they create chaos together. But they're right back to racing side by side, hardcore again. Both at 4 laps. And with that crash, that gave Aiden the lead out there. And Aiden's coming around to lap them both as they fight with one another. Mouth keeping it chill, just trying to keep it in right now. It's a very good strategy to run. Aiden killing it out there in red, setting fast laps. He's at 10. Shaden's at 10 on the lead lap. Jim has gone down a lap with a crash. Oh, Shaden crashes. Jim crashes. Aiden goes around him, laps him again. Aiden is in a demanding lead of this race, and it looks like he's just cruising at this point. Mouth still getting used to the car and the racetrack. Very hard racetrack to learn right offhand, and very fast car to learn it at, even though he did get lots of practice time. Aiden's still out in the lead of this lap by 2 laps now. 1.5, excuse me, 1.5 laps. Aiden at 18, Shaden at 16, Jim at 16 now, 19, 17, 16, 12. Aiden, Shaden, Jim, Mouth as we go up in laps more. Aiden is having a perfect heat so far. He has not come off. He's been racing smooth. It really does look like he's just cruising at this point, keeping it in, running strong. This is a debut for the body that he's running as well, this red Porsche. It's one we haven't seen out on the track before. It's a good-looking car, but then again, Mouth is running Aiden's old Porsche body, so that could be the reason. Aiden out in a lead now by 3.5 laps. He's put them down another lap. Shaden still maintains a strong second place, but Jim is very close behind him, and the battle opens up. And Shaden's off. Lets Jim by. Jim is up to second place with that crash now. We'll see if Shaden can get him back. He's running a very heavy-bodied car this race. Oh, and he's off. Coming down the hill. He's off. He's put back on. It looks like it's going to be third place with 18 seconds for him. Ten seconds to go. 36, 33, 31, 23. Very close between the top 3, but Aiden got out in the lead and stayed out there. He was not going to give it up, and a perfect run for Aiden. Didn't have an off. 38 to beat in red lane. Very strong and very strong and out in the lead race for Aiden there. Excuse me, Jim. Thank you. Very controlled race by Aiden there.
It's gonna be tough to beat the red. Well, I did change your body.
Richard's on there. Benjamin is coming on. To reiterate, Benjamin is running an AFX Super G Plus that I tuned and built myself for him to run here. We tried a couple other cars. He was most comfortable with the Super G Plus. It is very similar to the G3s. It has some different gearing ratios on it, so it is slower, but it is a lot more comfortable for Benjamin to control. With a good run, he could finish 8th or 7th.
Should be in the top 9.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or if everybody just crashes over and over again.
Oh yeah, the
You'll do good, bud. I oiled it up. Cars are lined up. Drivers are lined up. Here we get ready to go. Aiden in white lane now. He could have another demanding race. Oh, he has a slow start.
You got it.
Not usually late.
You got it. You're good. That's a go.
You're dialing in. There you go.
Yeah, you'll find that rhythm.
Aiden up into the lead, even with his slow reaction time for the start. He starts and he's out in the lead at 5. Jim at 4. Shaden at 4. Now 5. Aiden has about a half track lead on Jim and Shaden. We'll see if he can catch him. That half track lead was just brought down to 3/4. Aiden reeling in Shaden in yellow lane. Very, very fast here. Benjamin running a smooth pace here, keeping the car in, running it well, collecting laps. That's a good way to race. Aiden has Jim and Shaden down by a lap. Jim down by 2, Shaden down by 1. Aiden in a very commanding lead of this race again. And so far, aside from his slow start, has had a perfect race. Absolutely no off so far.
Off the track. Come on, get to the top of the air, Rob.
Almost. Oh, we have another car on the off the track. Jim comes off, coming down into the downhill hairpin. Shaden comes off the track at the end of the table again. As he's having troubles with pace. Oh, Jim off into the wall. Gets put back on, keeps going. He's struggling with the track.
1 minute left.
Stay over there, computer.
Jim off again. Jim is struggling to get this race down. Oh, off again. Aiden at 30 in white. He's going to smash his red lane count.
Wow.
And as according to this commentator's view, he has still had a perfect run for the first 2 heats of this race.
Breaking that car down.
Shaden struggling again in yellow lane. Seems to be pushing it a little too hard.
Crash of the week there, Dad.
Yeah.
Aiden coming around to lap Shaden and Jim again. It's not easy. They're bunched up, 3 cars racing hard. Oh, Shaden's off. He picks off Shaden. Is he going to pick off Jim?
Deep breath, bud.
Aiden's fighting to get Jim.
Red flag.
Oh,
That was a heated fight. Jim fought to keep his race. 40 and white for Aiden. Absolutely smashes the red lane by 2 laps. Aiden is on it to win today by a margin. Moving on to blue, he's in another fast lane. He could easily do the same lap count, if not more. 2 perfect heats so far. Can he make it 3? Benjamin moves into white. Richard Phillips comes in on red.
took too long to get rid of them, man.
And Jim moves to yellow. He's been having trouble with pace on this track so far. We'll see if he can get it down in yellow. I doubt it with it being a gutter lane. That'll be difficult.
Yeah, once I got the rhythm, mate, I was able to hang on a little bit, but
Too late. Too late for rhythm. Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhythm. Oh, wait. This track is just so catchy. You just can't go at it.
Me and Ben's.
Oh, okay.
That would be the good sticker.
Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go.
All right. 4 cars lined up. 4 drivers at the stations. Lights are coming. Here come the red. And now the green, and they're off.
Keep it on the track, bud. Keep it on the track.
Jim breaks out into a lead, followed by Aiden. Let's see if Jim can get a pace running here and keep Aiden behind him, who has had a very demanding lead so far. Oh, Jim's off, coming to the front straightaway. Aiden goes around him. Can he get him, though? That's the question. Ben running higher than Richard Phyllis at the moment, running strong in white lane there. So far, Benjamin's looking to actually put Richard a lap down at this point. Oh, he's off. Richard goes around him.
That right?
Oh, Jim has a big crash.
Axel, just snap it down. Hit it hard. Back it on the ground. Hit it again.
What?
Yellow flag. There you go.
Like that.
Just smack it down.
Jim has trouble with an axle there.
I'm sorry, Jim. Okay.
Get it fixed and put back on. Oh, and Jim's off the track again. Jim is having trouble with these corners, with these tight corners. He's used to on, around a corner, on, around a corner. So he's used to a different kind of racing than this technical track where the rhythm is different on every single part of the track. Slot Car Crazy. Slot Car Crazy on YouTube. Look it up and you'll see the live right up top. And you can tune into this.
Give me Aiden's spot.
Aiden out in the lead at 19 over Jim at 15, Ben at 14, and Richard at 15. Benjamin's having trouble with pace in white lane there. He's having trouble coming down to that hairpin off the bottom of the hill there. That's a hard corner to get into for everybody. So, oh, Ben's off coming into the hairpin going up the hill and off coming down. He's struggling here with pace, pushing a little hard, trying to keep up with them. Aiden at 30 in blue with 30 seconds to go. Benjamin's still having troubles. Richard's moved up almost to the bottom of Jim's lap. He's about 3/4 of a lap down from Jim right now. Richard's starting to get how to drive these cars. He's starting to drive them fast. Jim's off. Gives Richard a chance to get more ground on him. Jim is actually gaining ground. But it's too late. Aiden still demanding lead there at 1:16 so far. Troy comes in on red. Richard moves to white at the end of that heat. He had a very good pace going here. Now that he knows that pace, let's see if he can continue it in white. Benjamin moves to blue and Aiden moves to yellow. And as far to my knowledge, Aiden has had a perfect heat every race so far.
No, he was up in red.
Oh, well, you took him off, so technically.
No, I didn't. I got bumped into his lane and then he hit my car. That was before we reset, though. Yeah.
So, that is confirmation.
But technically, he did come off.
That wasn't what was being scored, though.
True.
So Aiden has not been off at all, and he's been running a lead every single race that he's been running in this race. So his finishing total will be the one to beat. That will be the bar for these drivers to try and get to. We still got 2 more drivers to come into the lanes and run their 4. We've had a couple that are still waiting to come back on later on. But Aiden's going to set the bar here at the end of this heat. We're going to see what it is, and we're going to see if anybody can catch it. Because so far, it is one hell of a bar. Kid is on fire.
Keep her on.
4 drivers, 4 cars. Lights are coming. Here are the reds. Green, and they're off. Richard and Aiden break out in the lead, followed very closely by Troy and Red. There's a 3-car race here between the 3 Porsches. Troy's fighting Aiden to get that lead. We have a gutter lane battle here. The white Porsche and the red Porsche. He's pushing him hard. Let's see if Aiden will crack under the pressure or if he'll keep that lead. Oh, Aiden gets taken out by Ben, and Troy's out in the lead. With the pace he was running before, if he runs just a smooth in pace, he should keep Aiden behind him. Backwards, honey. Benjamin's struggling with his car. He's gassing it in spots that's launching the car off. Gassing it coming out of corners where he shouldn't be. He's frustrated and he's driving like it. You got to keep your emotions reined in when racing cars and slot cars. If there are any race car drivers or slot car racers watching, you know that keeping your emotions reined in is vital to good racing. Troy down to second place, fighting with Richard right now. I believe Troy may have had an off that I didn't see because Aiden's back in the lead at 17. Has a lap on Troy. Oh, we have a lot of cars off on the front straightaway as Benjamin takes people out. Benjamin ends up on the floor, takes out Troy. So far, it's been a good race for Troy. Looks like Troy's fighting Aiden to keep a lap. We have a stall on the baking. Oh, we got it. 26 for Aiden, 15 for Ben, 24 for Richard, 25 for Troy.
We're going outside.
Richard's fighting Troy for that second place in this heat. Troy's looking to keep his lap count up to a podium. He's looking for a podium here, and you can see it in his driving. Oh, backwards, honey, backwards. There you go. Aiden's still out in a very demanding lead. 2 seconds of this lap. Can he get the 38? He doesn't get the 38. Troy finishes with 36. 1 lap under Aiden. That'll keep his chances of getting that podium way up there if he can keep up with him. Looks like both of your regular commentators are going to be on the track here. I'm going to do my best to commentate while I drive. Unless we have somebody that would like to take over.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's beating that one today. That guy is a spy guy.
Aiden has set the bar. I don't know the number now, but I will at the end of this heat. But he ran his 4 lanes absolutely flawlessly.
Have you been here before? Isn't there a 20-lap penalty?
It's like a bird. It's like a
handicap.
His dad's
All right, I'm putting you guys up on the bill of my hat. I'm going to do my best to commentate on it, but first I'm going to see if anybody else would like to.
both going?
Yeah, we're both on.
All right, I'll try. I've never done it before.
Okay.
How do I do it?
Just talk. It's already on.
Just talk about any racing that you see.
All right. And they're going down the middle around the outside comes.
Oh, wait. It's not a horse race.
Oh, not a horse race?
It's not a horse race.
Oh, okay. Is it on right now?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
What you usually do at Colpack
Yeah.
when you name off laps,
All right.
that's
All right.
perfectly fine.
All right. I'll give it a shot.
All right, so lay in Bolton.
So, what heat is this?
Heat 4?
Heat 5? Heat 5 out of 6? 5 out of 9?
5, something like
Well, Aiden's finished, right? So he's already got 4.
He's got the mark.
All right, heat number 5 coming up here at Middle Creek Raceway.
Okay.
Aiden, my friend called me with a weird looking chicken in his backyard.
And here we go. Oh, we got our first off. Those odds, they're pocketing them off, counting them off side by side. You got it? Elijah 9, Troy 9, Ben 6, Richard 9. Yakima boys are dominating this class. Oh, to the floor.
Oh!
You know I call it the promise. But you have to education.
All right. Fat finger action going on out there by the marshal. Halfway through. Troy 19. Richard 17. Elijah 19. Oh, Troy 21, sorry. I'm slow. I've never done this before.
We're learning.
Corner working, slot car race.
All of it, every bit of it.
Oh, what the hell?
Uh-oh.
Body off right there.
I'm running. Oh, I protest. I'm on. I'm in my lane. I just don't have my body because somebody hit me. Oh,
Hello, no, Dad started come out.
it didn't
But
come out.
the
I
body
just ripped
came
the
out.
body off of it.
You might be my son.
That's a 45-second penalty for stopping the clock, so we'll have to wait.
Wow.
All right. Here we go. All right, it's space bar. Go.
Yep. Gotta go the lane.
Come on, Elijah. Keep her on, my friend.
Are you just going to keep her on track then?
He's racing like that guy from Oregon's racing.
As I hit down, I'm trying not to go another lap down.
Well, here comes your papa right now. He's going to get you right here. Troy's coming hard. He's digging deep. And he's on fire. Ten seconds. Can Troy get him? Can Troy get him? There he goes. Oh! Good run.
You matched me.
Good run.
No, you didn't. Red lap count. There's still 2 laps.
Come on,
Might kill you.
Get your minds out of the gutter.
Oh yeah, that's how we do things around here. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, because you were super, you weren't giggling either there, Captain.
No, I wasn't, because I was focused on driving.
Turn. Mr. Turn, purple.
The race starts in 1 minute.
Firing all these cars.
You so stressful.
We don't know what we're doing with that either. We're just going off of what we hear with the watch racing.
Now you sound better than I do. I like it.
Yellow car, yellow lane.
All right, Richard, man, you were running for last.
Yeah, well, I'm used to it.
Hey, what about me?
I want to too.
Don't leave me out of this conversation.
I was trying to be nice. You drove from Oregon.
Yeah, that's where.
So the 10-hour drive beats nothing?
No.
All right, here we go. Heat number 6, if I'm not mistaken. All
All S.
All.
right, here we go. Beginning of heat number 6, we got Stan, Elijah, Troy, and Richard. I got a feeling Stan's been sandbagging all day. We'll see what happens here.
I got to start.
No, don't.
There we go. And the turd car, the turd car is in second.
Yeah, Greg.
Oh my God, how's that happen? There's so many turns in this corner, folks, in this track, you just don't know where you're at half the time. I've never seen one of these things burn up until the in-bell brush is gone.
Yeah, we don't. That house could allow to have insurance anymore.
Troy out in front of this heat. Elijah second. Stan and Richard on the same lap at 15. I wonder if any of the freight racers out there know that Richard can actually race a Magna car. Do you think they know that? Have they ever seen it before? Inquiring minds want to know.
I raced a Magna car up in Oregon once.
If you have an idea if Richard's ever done it before, let us know. Send an email to the Osmond brothers and see what's going on here.
What?
Osmond family. Slot car crazy wants to know. Someone needs to educate Elijah how to celebrate when he crashes. Sorry.
Why not?
This talking in Martian is kind of tough. I'm not sure I can do it. It's not very. I'm so busy concentrating on watching these guys go at each other and at each other.
Trying to leave like that's where the race will be, right? Why didn't leave?
Stan's complaining his car's slow, but he's going as fast as Troy, the leader of the race.
Aiden's got it today.
I think Aiden's got it.
Aiden's got it.
I'm going to try and get second.
You're going to try?
A lot of us.
There is no try. There is only do.
I'm trying to get.
I heard that in a movie somewhere. I can't remember where it's at, but
I think I can do it.
who's coming in? Oh, Mouth's coming in? Mouth, why do they call you Mouth?
Oh, I got to run beside him.
Here's the right. Why they call me now?
Yeah, why do they call you Mouth?
Well, it's because one day I play baseball and umpires were not, you know, I don't know, he just wasn't making the right call. Everybody noticed.
And so you yell at somebody and they called you Mouth, or shut your mouth, or be quiet mouth?
Got out of hand.
Oh, yeah.
You barely got hands
I
last
sat in the dugout. The umpire came into the dugout,
I had no idea.
and now he wasn't being an umpire. Now he was like cussing at me in my face. So I stood up, and I just one time.
That's how it comes about, huh? Just a one moment.
Yeah.
Just takes one.
Hey, Mouth, we start back here at the crack, not the. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You would make it 2 inches there if you took off. There's a little dead spot there.
No, I'm kidding, bro. Was that a good story?
Yeah, it was a good story. I like it.
No, but it's from the heart of the mouse space.
Oh, gotcha. That's a good one. All right, we got. Is this heat 7?
All this.
Heat 7. Here we go.
You ready, bro? Yes.
Better get ready.
Oh, man.
I tell you, bro.
I like it. Go. Just go, man. These are more your style right here. You pound on these suckers.
Oh, right there, man.
Oh, we got crash. Oh, we're crashing.
What am I missing? You know, the nice thing about this track, folks, is when you come off, you're normally going to hit something to stop.